I personally think the new Android Android 9 Pie operating system is useless. I know its features. I've seen it, and it's pretty pointless and boring. I was like, oh, it has AI. I'm gonna get Android 9, but I've looked at it, read about it. I don't want it. AI to me is useless unless it's up to the standards of Kit or iRobot. A little bit of a quick update. I haven't recorded any YouTube videos in the last few days. But I have bought a lot of stuff, so that's the only interesting thing going on, really. So, this just came in today. It's a purple pillow. Has a little carry handle in the back of the case. This is actually a like a custom pillowcase. Huh. Seems the bitrate on this camera, resolution on this camera, is not high enough to capture the texture of the cloth. Well, there we go. Now it captures it. So yeah, I've got the it's the I'm trying to unzip this. I've got this purple seat cushion. I think it's made of silicone. Camera does not want to focus. There we go. I'm not sure what it's made of, but I think it's made of silicone. It has kind of a green top and a very purple, like, internal color. And it's very squishy. Very comfortable too. And it's temperature neutral, so you don't get hot sitting on it, and it's not designed to cool you down. You can't see that. There's no depth of perception on camera. Yeah, it's really comfortable. And that just came in today. So I put it on my office chair. That's a little dirty, but it's always got this patio cushion on it. So I've been sitting on this, which is good enough, because this is like probably ½ inch of worn down cushioning. So I've been sitting on this pillow here, and I've got to get a wide angle lens. So I've been sitting on this for months, and I wore out, completely flattened the other cushion. This has an identical twin, or nearly identical twin, and I completely flattened it out. So I got this in the mail. I've been wanting it for months, so I finally got around to getting it. It was like $80. So this came in today, and I put this just on the chair by itself, but it wasn't soft enough, so it's really soft just to do this, but to put your whole weight on it, this thickness of material, it's not thick enough to allow your weight to compress it. So I put it on top of the little pillow there, patio pillow, and that's like really soft, because just this cushion by itself, when you sit on it, you can still feel the chair underneath it. So I put the cushion underneath, so when I sit on it and like really compress it down, all I feel is the cushion underneath, and it's like super soft. I really like it. And I got this silicone keyboard cover. Now, I didn't do an unboxing on the cushion because I looked on YouTube and there's dozens of them. So YouTube doesn't need another unboxing video about this particular cushion. So I got this silicone cover because if you've been watching my video, y'all know that the 7 key... Oh, it does focus on its own, okay. I was starting to wonder. You guys know that the 7 key came loose because I was prying it up to try and get a breadcrumb out of there. So I decided to do a little bit of preventative insurance and get myself a, I think it's a silicone cover. It says it's renewable or environmental materials. It's case by keyboard silica gel membrane. I'll have to look up silica to find out exactly what that is. Protective film keyboard cover is. This keyboard cover is designed specifically for this make and model of laptop. Go ahead and focus, camera. There you go. So dust proof, water resistant, grease, I'm guessing resistant. So if with over and over and over again washing, it doesn't get warped or deformed. And it's dust proof, which I would think it would be. And water resistant means that if you put drops of water on here, it won't get under your keys. It'll protect your keys from the drops of water. But if you decide to pour a gallon on top of it, then the gallon will get underneath these edges here and definitely mess up your keyboard. That's water resistant. Waterproof would be you can spray it with a water hose at any angle and wouldn't get into your keyboard. This doesn't protect you from that. So I'll let you pause the video if you want to read that. And I kind of like scanned over that paragraph and I read these things, and it doesn't say what the keyboard is made out of. It just says eco-friendly material. So, I think it's silicone. And number 2 says, really, camera? Really? I'm holding it still. Go ahead and focus. Damn, I'm doing manual focus. It's still not focusing. There we go. Now autofocus. There we go. Sorry about the shaky camera. I've just ingested... That was a full glass of root beer. So I'm a wee bit up on caffeine, which I'm not normally am. So anyway, it says perfectly, this shaky camera is annoying me. It says video stabilization on, so I don't know how to make it any better. It says lower the noise of typing, which it does. Because when I've typed, I've noticed that like one of two things. One I didn't notice before, but I do remember now. It does lower the sound of typing. Instead of clicking and clacking of my nails hitting the keys, it's much softer sound. And also when I hit the individual keys and press them down, my fingernail and finger kind of get stuck to the rubber material, and my finger doesn't go anywhere. So I like enjoy having the raw plastic so that my fingers slide across it, and that way I can more easily glide from one key to the next while typing. But I've also noticed that there's a benefit to having super grippy silicone material, and that is when you're typing with silicone material, you don't have to use your sideways or up and down muscles to keep your finger on the key. Like, you press the key and your finger isn't going anywhere, it is on the key. That's really nice. The only problem is that, like, if you're like going from K to O or something like that, you can't just simply slide your finger across. You have to like lift up your finger and then place it back down again, because sliding your finger kind of feels really weird. That's my dust protector condom, keyboard condom. I'm pretty sure condoms are made of latex, not silicone. Whatever. It just looks weird on my keyboard, but at least it's good protection. And the nice thing as well is that, see the A key, the S key, the E key, the N key, the paint's worn off of the letters. So this will also protect the keys from just basically general wear and tear. Which, with that one fact in mind, I wish I had it when I first got this computer. But I'm not going to spend $80 on a brand new keyboard so I can use this protect a brand new keyboard. I'm just going to protect what's left of this keyboard, which is in pretty good condition. So it looks weird, but it also kind of highlights the keyboard area too. So keyboard doesn't blend in like it used to. Like, see? I mean, you can obviously see the keys here, but yeah, you kind of have to go looking for them. As with the protector on, it's like, here's the keyboard. So it kind of draws your attention to it too. Has a nice glow effect, and the light comes through pretty easily as well. Yeah, that's the keyboard protector with the lights on and the ceiling light off. You almost can't see it. And the comparison of keyboard protector on, keyboard protector off. It looks a lot better with it off, but it makes the glow pop out more with it on. But I like the look of it better with the keyboard protector off. Yeah, because this way it looks like there's light, and then the other way with it off, it's like there's buttons. But anyways, I'm going to keep it on anyway, because I don't turn the lights off. I keep it this way with the lights off most of the time anyway. I used to have the lights on constantly, but I just turned them off because they were too bright while watching a movie, and I noticed that I could get by without them. And I'm making plans to climb Mount Bora. No, that doesn't make any sense. Is it Mount Bora? Whatever mountain I'm planning on climbing, I'm making plans to climb that mountain there. I'm going to try to do it this August. This month, probably. And it's 3 miles horizontal, but it's 7,000 feet vertical. So even though I'm climbing 3 horizontal miles, roughly, walking 3 miles horizontal, roughly, I'll be climbing 7,000 feet. So if you were to climb at the rate you should be, 2,000 feet per hour, to allow yourself to adjust to the altitude change, that would be 246.5. So yeah, that's 6.5 hours to climb the mountain and not get altitude sickness. But then you can run down the mountain as fast as you want, and you're only going to feel your performance get better. So it'll take me about 6.5 hours or more to get up the mountain, but I can just pretty much run down. So I got this 3-liter super generic camel pack that I filled it up with distilled water. Tasted disgusting because of all the manufacturing chemicals in it. So I completely filled it up with distilled water, let it sit for 24 hours, and then rinsed the distilled water out through the hose, and then poured it out, and then filled it up with distilled water again, let it sit for 4 days because I forgot about it, and then I let the distilled water flow through the hose and poured it out. And I figured, well, I've been letting it sit with the water in it for like 5 days, so I should probably let it dry out, just so I don't create a mold problem or whatnot. So I'm gonna fill it up with water again for 24 hours, and this time empty it out after 24 hours to rinse it out again, because it's just manufacturing chemicals. When it was made, the chemicals are still in there, kind of like the brand new car smell, only it affects the taste of the water, and it's not really good for you. It won't kill you, it just makes it taste really bad. And this is like a really generic backpack that the pouch came with. So obviously it's got the super cheapo office clip on there, and it's got this little brake where you can turn it off, turn it on, just a valve. And then you got the grooves in the little mouthpiece there. You put your teeth there and you focus. And you bite down with your teeth, the valve opens like so. Even with this in the unlocked position, it still lets out water only when you bite down on it with your teeth. Putting it in a locked position only guarantees that no water will come out. And it's got Velcro sealed little pouch here. Little thingies. Little thingy, whatever you want to call it. Really cheap shoulder straps, like plastic mesh. And these are just rubber O-rings. They're not even plastic. They're just rubber cheap things. But they're something rather than nothing, so that's cool. And it's got a little chest buckle so you can strap it around your chest to make sure the shoulder straps don't come off the sides. And minimal padding, if any at all. I'll check. Yes, like really minimal padding. But it's good enough. And then the inside, oh! The inside is insulated. See that? That's insulation, not padding. So, I'm thinking what that metal stuff is supposed to do is literally insulate your cold water bag from the body heat of your back. Yeah, that's what that's for, is to insulate the cool water from being heated from your back heat. And then this part is like totally not insulated at all, it's just canvas. Yep. Just good durable canvas. And then there's a little pocket here and a little pocket here, and I think it goes straight through. Yep, straight through. Just like a hoodie. So that's that. And yes, I will be filming the whatever the mountain is climb. And I've got I bought myself some brand new socks. They are so soft. Just got some black crew socks made by Dickies. My head almost perfectly fills up the screen. So got some black crew socks made by Dickies, and the reason why I'm sort of diagonal and so is the camera is because I'm leaning on the chair. Leaning on the armrest. And they feel amazing, like having socks that are like 6 months old and you've been walking in them, and I wear shoes all day, every day, even when I'm in the house. And my socks feel better than the ones like the original Dickies I made them like stretched out because I didn't wash them properly. So they were like really stretched and thin and hard. And then the second pair was like pretty soft for a while, and now they're like kind of normal socks. And these socks are just, just shove your foot into a bag of cotton balls is like how they feel. So I was able to wear a pair for 24 hours and it felt fine. So the reason why I wore them for 24 hours is because I've been like staying up all night trying to reverse my schedule back to daylight. So instead of like waking up at noon and going to bed at 4 a.m., I'm trying to wake up earlier and go to bed like midnight. And it's much easier to do that when you stay up 24 hours for like a week. Shift your schedule rather than going to bed a half hour early every night, especially when you're like on the computer all the time stimulating your eyes. So new socks feel great. And I love this cushion, the purple cushion that I got, because I sat down on the chair to record this part of the video and it felt great. Just nice and cushiony and rubbery, like really good. So I got a Tinkerbell not windscreen. That's a windshield for you Americans. I am American. I just use windscreen because I use it. The aluminum accordion folding thing that blocks the sun from getting in your car. I got Tinkerbell version because she's really cool. I've got 3 Tinkerbell shirts coming in through the mail. See if I can get a screenshot of those up. Because I've got 4 white shirts like this, plain white tees, coming in, and no, not coming in. I already bought them. I've had them for like a year. Sorry. And I've got like 3 colored t-shirts, and I need more clothes. So I bought the 3 Tinkerbells, and I need to get myself some more shorts because I'm like cycling through a pair of like 3 or 4 shorts. Go to Savers or the Desert Industry DI, pick up some more shorts before they get rid of them for the summer, which won't be for a while. So yeah, my boring life is really gets excited when I buy stuff online. It's just the adult version of Santa Claus. Yeah, that's the only interesting stuff I have to update you with. I've been wanting to practice my violin, but I've been hooked on this new channel, TFIL, that I've been watching. These guys are great, including Corey. He's just, like, I like him because, like, 50% of the time he looks constantly in a state of shocked surprise. So, I'd like to get working on my violin, and I'd like to still reinstall operating systems on all the devices because they're being buggy and slow, and it's like a hard factory reset. Oh, and I'm not moving as soon as I said I was because something happened where, like, our manager is dealing with like the applications of 12 new residents. So the move date was pushed forward a month. So instead of moving in at the end of August, at the end of July, and being there at the beginning of August, we're now moving in at the end of August and being there at the beginning of September, according to the plan. So we've got like 20 days until we need to start moving, but my mom is very well packed already. She likes to be prepared well ahead of time. Yeah, that's just a little quick update because I haven't been uploading videos the last few days, which I told you I might not, because I wanted to record, basically make more video, but I didn't want to edit anything. So for a few days I was just taking a break. So now I'm going to end this and get to editing it so that you guys are, all 5 of you who watch my videos, are updated as to why I haven't been posting as regularly as I have been, and the most interesting highlights as to what has been happening. Ciao.